Activating meridians. Alignment. Instability in field. Negative. Charge aligning matrix field. Positive. Coordinates reached, Commander.
Activate the Sade field.
Activations of multidimensional engines.
Launch communications probe.
Power levels to maximum.
Activate all dimensional levels of communication.
Communication established.
The voice you hear is known as Bob. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our destination. This is the last slave planet in the galaxy. Under all agreement, under all rights, under galactic law, we now proclaim this planet free. The descension of the true human consciousness has begun.
Energizing Shambhala diamonds.
The men, women, and children of this planet are now set free.
Grid activated.
You have already reached
Activate Shambhala diamond.
critical mass.
Integration onto microcosm. Expanding linear space.
Prepare for landing. Prepare for landing. Prepare for landing.
Free space activation. Landing. Caution. All crew members to station. This is the Starship Bob. We are landing.
Well, we're landing the Starship Bob, or commonly known as Bob, and this is another Darkcity show. Hour slot just before Zach coming in, cracking show from dawn there. Right, did I just get a live then? I think I did. Never mind, we're live. Right, today, 5th of the 5th, we got our second server up and running today. Yesterday we noticed a few weird things happening. We were testing it in the background, and you know, a few people went and had a sniff around the internet, and they came up with well, one of the first things that was noticed is well, a while ago really. I'll do it in the timeline, chronological order. Numbers. I've mentioned this before. Although we're a tight-knit group and we don't go for big numbers, we'd sooner have small numbers of people who are doing something than large numbers who aren't. Of course, it gives you an idea of what's going on out there, you know. We noticed a considerable drop in the figures for no real apparent reason, you know. Maybe, you know, it's because it's bank holidays, or you know, the weather was good. You know, you can always put down to a few things, but one thing that now has cropped up on numerous occasions is YouTube. 300 plus. Now, of course, yes, I get that many people watch them more than once, or perhaps hundreds of times, you know, whatever. But this is there so you get a better experience and more accurate data or something for the advertiser. You see, if there was a Google account, that would cancel the account. Well, because, excuse me, an absence account, that would cancel the account. But we're not an absence. We don't subscribe. So they just limit the numbers. So, of course, on some of them, yeah, short videos. Yeah, I think nearly all the Chris's jingles that he's done, I think all of them, not all of them, no, it could be all of them have got this 300 plus on them. Fine. They don't get a lot of traffic. People tend to vote with a finger, don't they, you know? Click, click, click. However, Rick Simpson's 10th show, we normally reach about 100, 150 people through the Facebook page. Not the group, but the Facebook page. The administrators get a bit of data that comes back. It's quite easy to do. Got a page. And the numbers, like I say, 100, 150 people, jumped to 3,500. 3,500 people. At least 100 and I think it was nearly 200 of them. It says they've completed it. It was Lee who kind of knows more about this than me. Yeah, the video gets stopped, gets a plus put on it. It's a bit strange. I find it strange. Now, when I add it to some other bits and pieces here, like we're Darkcity Radio, okay, the station you're listening to now. This is, you know, of course, this is 50s, 60s, and 70s classic rock. And we are a pre-recorded station coming from New York. Does that sound right? Are we a pre-recorded station coming from New York? Do I sound like a New Yorker? Is that... You see? This was found this morning. I'll maybe get the site a little bit later on in the show. Of course, if you click the right place on that, it does bring you through to the Darkcity website. I'm not averse, averse to people cloning the site, putting it up, putting links to the site there. You know, that's fine. But, you know, if you call the Pope a saint, that's misleading. You know, if I put Michael Jackson's greatest hits and cross off Michael Jackson and put Paul Hayden, you know, that's misleading. It's not crediting them for it. Now, you know, as far as Michael Jackson's concerned, you know, torrent it and rip it off, you know. Commercialised rip-off anyway. But when we're talking about a free station that's not selling anything, and why would you want to do that? Why would you want to kind of make out that we're something we're not? Well, in the early days, they used to call it dissing, disinformation, that you lead people away from it. Of course, I've experienced this with big numbers. I like little numbers, you see, because our little numbers are dead easy to manage. They're dead easy to handle. You know, we can get 100% success, you know, from our listeners. 100% success, we've done it. Stream's gone down, we've only had a few listeners, and every single one of them has texted or mailed us, Skyped us and said, it's a little message, stream's down, stream's down. And although some people, they think that was a bit of a pain in the backside, you know. But it's nice. It's nice when the stream's been down for 10 minutes and you come back and you've got 15, 20 little Skype packets saying, stream's down, stream's down. I know you're busy, but the stream's down. It's great. It's real live feedback. We get 100%. I don't think there's another station in the world, whether it be radio, television, YouTube. I mean, an event on YouTube gets about 10%. You can get 10% of people come in. I mean, you get 1,000 people and you get 100 turn up. That's good numbers, so they tell me. We get 100%. I mean, if we don't get 50% response, I might as well just drop the stream. I mean, because at least half the people aren't bothered listening. And that's fine. That's fine. But why would they do it? It just doesn't make any sense, you know what I mean? I'm not getting paranoid here. You know, if we hadn't have had flood attacks and we hadn't have had people trying to multiply log on with passwords to the server, then yes, you could call me paranoid. Why are our numbers getting put down? Why is it that we have to have somebody on the stream now for 30 minutes before it registers as a viewer? Yeah, I mean, if you get into the top 10, you know, I don't know, maybe even lower down the scale, then that does no longer apply. So the big mainstreams, you log on to theirs, and within a few moments, you're another registered listener, another viewer, listener. If you do that on Darkcity, our numbers, okay, you'll go on there, or you will, we'll see you immediately come on, but when we get up onto Shoutcast, no, you're not going to get there. So, let's say Rick's show starts at 7 o'clock, and people are looking for the show coming up, and there it'll come, it'll start coming up the list, Rick's show, and, you know, by the end of the show, many people are coming, and if you did come for Rick's show and you've now got me, I apologise, it's to come a little bit earlier. Or people are coming in for Dawn's show, so forth. So why would they do it? Why would it not have British Standard Time in certain places, you know? British Summer Time, excuse me, rather than GMT. It's just a slight little change of some of the information that's going out there. I'd say if we were a media corporation or we were a big thing, then I get why they misrepresent us. I do. So yeah, if you know more about this than I, then yeah, call in the station. Let us know. The numbers, as always, are 0. No, we dropped that, didn't we? We dropped that. It's plus 44 161 298 0298. Or you can contact us on Skype at Bob's Backyard. Or you can get us on Facebook. You can just type you know, Facebook / Darkcity Radio. That'll take you to the page we set up a while ago by Dawn for us. And that automatically twitters, so you can find us on Twitter as well now. It's amazing, isn't it? You do one, it does the other. And that seems to help. That seems to help get it out. But it's broadening our circles, broadening our horizons. Somebody said to me yesterday, you don't realise how big this is, do you? And I'm like, it's not big. Oh, what do you mean big? It's not big. No, you don't realise how many people it's affected. Well, no, I don't. That's the truth of it. I really don't know how many people it's affected. There was a question from chat in Rick's. How does it make you feel to be part of the solution? Proud would be my answer. Proud. It's not always been like that for me, you know. Life has its ups and downs, doesn't it? You know, twists and turns. I prefer twists and turns rather than ups and downs. And I can hold my head up, Lee. I can hold my head up. I walk down the street. In the supermarket. I can hold my head up. We're having a go. That's what we're doing. We're having a go. We're not afraid to speak our truth. Sometimes we're mistaken, you know. Sometimes different is a mess. Sometimes it's a dream. So, there really a conspiracy? Is there really a group, this secret group behind the curtain, you know, that are manipulating the figures? Nah, I honestly don't think there is. Of course, we've also been shown some pretty damning evidence of a few stations. I'm not even going to mention them, so that's part of it. Run by military. Literally run by the military, paid for by the military, funded by the military. These people who are hosting, ex-military, ex-police, ex-services. I haven't got an issue with people from the ex-military and services, you know. I haven't. But then we look at the material that's being done. It's just part of the fear factory. It's another part of the media stream being churned round. The fringe media on the edges of the alternative media, just copying, standing against it. Again, it's that polarity they drive us into. Are you in the, oh, you're not mainstream, I'm in the alternative. Oh, I'm right out on the fringe. Well, yeah, we're just different. We're different. I think we'll put that in the meta tags. You know, instead of talk, or music, or live chat, I think we'll just put different from now on. See if we can establish a new tag in the world of internet radio. I'd also like to drop the word radio, really. I mean, that in its sense is a little bit of a psyops, isn't it? Radio. No, I'm not on the radio. Are any of you listening on the radio? Maybe we are being picked up now by pirate stations and transmitted on 97.55 in the east of Greater Manchester area. Maybe that is the case. Maybe you can actually tune in and hear the simulcast there in that area. You know, maybe others will be doing the same. You know, yeah. But yeah, no, this is not where we're from. We're not in New York. I'm not against 50s, 60s and 70s rock and roll. That's not who we are. This is the voice. Darkcity is the voice. A free voice. It's your voice. Well, not at the moment, of course. It's my voice. Your voice. A voice where, just with a few pushes of buttons, a little bit of simple tech, you can join us here. Your radio, your voice. Could they be scared of that? This secret association of individuals? No. I don't think they're there. Personally, I think they're individuals. That's what I reckon. Often they do form together into groups because for the majority of the time they're quite insecure. I've been insecure myself. I know what it's like. You know, I have compassion for them in that situation, but when it becomes addictive and you're willing to protect and assault others, I'm not so compassionate. Why would I be? It's become an addiction. We all know with any addiction, doesn't matter what you do, the individual that's addicted will use that to feed their addiction. So yeah, conspiracy? Nah. Just greedy, fat individuals who see something and they know what's happening the same as us. We put a big dent in the side of it. A big dent in the side of it. A thorn in the side of the lion. But this is no lion, is it? There's no heart there. You know, not like Barry and Rick. I'll even include myself. Prajna, definitely. I've heard him a few times. Saduma, man with so much heart, it's unbelievable. So much of it. But, you know, sometimes as hearts are that big, we get walked on. You know, the edges get a bit fringed. I don't stop. I don't stop. So, yeah, Dawn.
Hello. I do want to talk about, I believe you've not went into specifics, but about something that we found out earlier on when I did a Google search about Dark City Radio.
I kind of mentioned it a little bit, but I was just freestyling around these points that we picked up over the last few weeks. Really, it just seems a little bit odd. Like I say, I really don't think I'm not suspicious of it. Of course, unless it keeps happening repeatedly, and with the YouTube, that is happening repeatedly. Again, it could just be individuals who are trying to give us a few numbers, you know.
Maybe, but I think the issue is more that they're got ads up, which is what we were totally against, a banner of ads on our website, which we didn't want ads at all. So it kind of looks as if, like, hang on a minute, you know, they're saying there are no ads and everything, yet somebody else is trying to make it look as if we do have ads. I don't know.
Yes.
I don't like that, and I don't like the fact that they're making money off of our website.
Yes. I have to agree with you. The merchandising demon has cloned the Dark City and is now selling us to the merchandisers.
Yeah, we're not making money off our website. We're not asking to make money. Well, you know what I mean. I say that, but we don't say, oh, donate all the time. You know, we don't come on the radio and say, oh, we need people to donate.
Well, they don't do it anyway, Dom.
Exactly.
People don't donate anyway. I mean, everybody knows out there that Dark City has been built on next to nothing with sticky tape and brown paper.
Yeah, because we're not about that. We're not.
Yeah, well, you know, the thing is, I'm not averse. I mean, somebody said to me today, you know, he's a really great guy, actually, real great guy. And he said today, well, do you need anything? I said, no, we don't need anything. We'll get by. We always get by. He said, well, you know, I can help out a bit if you want me. So that's great. That's absolutely brilliant if you want to do that. We're going to do, you know, that's great. I mean, if people want to help out, yeah, they can help out. That's fine. There's a button there. You can find it. It's hidden on the site. But we are going to get there. So, you know, it is a bit annoying, Dawn, that we have gone to quite a bit of time and trouble and eventually expense on buying the stream from Caster because we didn't like the adverts. And then Caster actually broke. It was almost like, wow. Well, that's what we should be doing. You know, I don't know. You know, maybe the universe does help us out occasionally. It definitely has here, though. So, yeah, I don't know what can be done about it. Whether or not we should just email them and just point out to them that if they want to use Dark City Radio, then they can do, but it's €16,000.
Yeah, I mean, Den from IRC is saying you could try and complain about copyright to YouTube, which is kind of...
it's not YouTube. Well, yeah, have we still got the site? Can I post the site? I didn't really want to.
Yeah,
I didn't really want to, you see, but, you know, because it's just... Isn't it? It's just feeding.
Yeah, I mean, I was just reading what he was saying. No, I know it's not the YouTube. It's actually the darkcityradio.com. That they've done it to. They've stuck an iframe or something on it and try to do it that way. Put ads on our site and redirect back to theirs. And it's a bit naff.
Yeah. So they've listed Dark City Radio, and when you click on Dark City Radio, it directs you to a site which has got adverts on it. And over that, it actually, which is annoying, it says free radio. That's what's annoying. It actually says right on the top of it, free radio. And if you click that, it goes to a hosting that's selling radio streams. It's not actually Dark City. But they're not free. They're not free. It's a lie. It is a blatant lie. It's misleading in itself. It really is. I mean, Dark City Radio, in a sense, is not a free radio station yet. And to be honest, it never will be. I mean, the server ideology is that there will be 2 servers, probably in the original location here or a location near to me. in Ashton-under-Lyne, and then the third, which creates the first little unit, you could say, will all be self-funded. They will all generate their own income. In fact, they will generate more income than it costs to them to enter the internet, or what it costs for the stream or the hosting every year. They'll do that. Of course, those servers finished cost nearer £1,000 each than £210 each. But of course, the £210 ones cost money. The other ones make money. So, yeah, that's the original idea, that you could actually build something that would end up with a bigger share than any of us. I'd like to reveal the major shareholder who actually owns Darkcity Radio. I think it's fair that you do all know the owner, who it belongs to, who you've all been working for these number of months and collectively put together for DC Jim. You see, DC Jim used to be called Manic Miner. He's a small computer that sits in the corner of my front room, which actually tipped the mining we did for bitcoins into profit. So DC Jim owns Darkcity. You see, while we've all been sat around, DC Jim has been tirelessly behind the scenes working away every day, until recently, when I had to remove mine to keep my main machine running. But that's what he's done. He paid for the first server, the second server, all of it. So he bought it. DC now. The first server was bought by donation. We had £100 cash donations, and some myself and the Robo Hippie paid the rest. To the first one. And the second one was built by DC Jim. He paid for it outright. He just paid for it outright. The computer, the actual server. He actually bought the other server. It does have the funding at the moment to perhaps buy the second one, but not to replace his own components. Well, there it is. The actual station owns itself. It's owned by a machine. No human being. It's a computer. Owns Darkcity Radio. It raised the finance. It's paying for the equipment, and it's the only major contributor and donator we've got on a financial sense. Of course, I've already mentioned on numerous occasions, for those who have never heard me before, and this is the first time you're ever listening, our value in the city is the energy we put into it. And that is all given freely. That is the true power of the Darkcity. So, is it work? Is it feasible? Does it work? Yes, it does work. Whether we can sustain it or not, then who knows? But if you're a mathematician or you're a financial analyst, you're terrified right now. You should be trembling right on the edge of your seats. Because you know what the capabilities are. You know what the potentials are of what we're actually doing here. We're giving you prior notice. We're taking it back. We're taking it back. The internet was a beautiful, a wonderful idea, like many other things, but no, you've pushed us too far. You've enslaved our people. You've raped our women. Butchered our children. You've sold our homes. You've slashed up our lands. Every kind of culture, every kind of infrastructure that's ever been created. Create is the wrong word, but you get my meaning. No. I know the irony of it. People in the UK riot over furniture at IKEA. Furniture. People around the room riot because the women and children being burned. Men, women and children. It doesn't matter. I don't know why I say women and children, like they're more important. Man gets killed. Somebody's son dies. Other people riot for food. I'm not into or promoting rioting, but the irony of the situation. Cures for cancer. We've got the ideas. We've got them. We really have got them. It's not a case of when will this happen. A lot of people trying to convince other people, look, just stop. Do us a favour, just stop trying to convince everybody else. Just give over. It's not that they're not included, of course they're included, but stop wasting all that time and energy. They'll come along, they'll see. You watch, like anything else. Like anything else, it's alright. Have faith in yourselves, in your moments, in the units you're in, the little tiny units, individual or collective units. Look at one another now. Look at one another. Or look into yourself. You're part of the solution. We may only be a few. We may. But you're part of the solution. I don't know about you. That makes me proud. That makes me proud. So thanks, Bob Earthwise, for pointing that out to me. Took a while before it rattled into this pea-like consciousness that rattles around inside my head I call the brain. Thanks, man. We do make a difference. Every single one of us, every single day, we make a difference. So sometimes when you've spent 14 hours trying to get a server up and running so it'll be dead, efficient, and it'll be dead, strong and stable, and then the first 10 minutes of Rick Simpson's show you lose Skype 5 times on the trot. You think you've really solved the problem. That's what gives you character. That's what gives you strength. That's your preparation for when things do go wrong, and how we react in that moment. How we react, how I react. When the chips are down, so where do you turn? Where do you go? Do you reach into your pocket? Do you reach deep into your pocket for your checkbook? For your wallet? Do you reach for a weapon? Do you lash out with aggression, your mind, in that moment? Or do you sit back? Do you sit back into your heart and act with compassion? Of course, we'd all choose the latter. We all want to act in compassion. We all want to act in compassion and love, even when we're faced with these tyrannous foe. No, let's call them friend. Let's call them adversary. Because, brothers and sisters, we learn every day. Every day. It may be a little. It may be a lot. But every day we learn. Alright, maybe you didn't learn much today, I know. Don't feel like, from where I've sat after the hours I've just put in, it feels like I've just gone backwards slightly. But no. No. Learn a little. You put all them little bits together. It's a lot. Even if you are a tiny speck, tiny little microscopic bit of dust in the scale of things, you're still part of it. You're still part of it, whatever you want to call it. God's creation, the electrical manifested universe, the multidimensional consciousness is all cascading together, experiencing ourselves exponentially. Call it whatever you want. See it however you want. but you're part of it. Whatever your religion, whatever your creed, whatever your colour, whatever sex you are, whatever your sexuality is, you're part of it. You're part of it. What might sound even weirder, whether you're not even human. You're an animal or a mineral or a vegetable. Animated. Or not. It just doesn't matter. You're part of it. And that makes each and every one of you very important. No more and no less. Every part is a vital part. Any person, any man or woman tries to enforce their authority on you, excuse me, tries to enforce their authority on you. A dominant, angry male, or female for that matter, or even those who are submissive. Anybody tries to enforce their will upon you, tell you you're small and you're insignificant, tell them to fucking come and see me. I'll show them how small and insignificant we can be when we focus together. I'll show them. I feel that strength. As brothers and sisters begin to unite, I'll show you. Yeah, on my own. I don't ask anyone to back me up. I really don't. We never ask anyone to help us. It's not that. It's not that. We don't need it sometimes. We're too proud. You won't catch us out by getting us to say we're wanting or we're needy. Nah, we're too sharp for that. Because everything we've got's being provided for us. All our needs, one way or another, our needs are being provided for us. We're Darkcity. We're the solution. So yeah, let them clone us. Let them clone us. Let them diss us information, try and put us down. Let them send the trolls, the little mind ops, insurgents? Is that right? Is that the right word? Try and break us up.
Insurgents.
Insurgents. Thank you, Brother Brasden. Insurgents. Well, you see, you can't separate us, you can't get in between us. Because we're not a group. We're all individuals, self-empowered individuals, every one of us capable of standing in his own power and his own light in the moment. Every one of us. Well, there's a few of the crew will be going, "Ooh, not me, Bob. Not quite ready." Bullshit. You're ready. You got in. You got in. And what's the difference of being in here? Of being out there? What's the difference? I'll tell you the difference. Plus 44 161 298 0298. You can Skype us with Bob's Backyard. You can say hello on Facebook. You can say hello in the IRC chat on AnonNet. Hash Bob's Backyard. It's your radio. And say hello. It's yours. Alright, I know you haven't done it. I know a lot of you, well, I'm saying a lot of you. Some of you have. Some of you done fair, way more. Can't ask any more of anybody who's done already. But for those of you who haven't done anything yet, right, we've created it in your absence. You'll have to excuse us for not asking you for your permission. Hopefully it'll be the last time that anyone takes authority over a situation and it's put into a position by those people who persecute you every day. The position we're in is being created by them lying, cheating, thieving scum. Yeah. We embrace them all. Still. We offer them unconditional surrender. And go away. We've offered it before. Days are getting numbered. I'm telling you. Days are getting numbered. It's offer don't go out forever. Unconditional surrender. With no retribution served upon you. None. With no witch hunts. We know those in the hierarchy were misled the same as us. Those in the services, those good police men, women, the army, air force and navy. You did not join. You did not join to serve those slave masters that were ready to strike out at your brothers and sisters, your mums and dads. My family. You did not join to serve them. The teachers in the schools. You did not join to school children. You became a teacher because you wanted to educate. Do you remember? Do you remember? You were going to make things different. Who's people in science and industry? People with great ideas. We've got to wait for these old dead thugs to die before an idea gets a chance. Reinvent it again, the wheel over and over. Come on. That's not what you signed up for. No one's going to blame you. We offer you. I offer you. Unconditional surrender. Lay down your weapon. Let it be in your mind or in your hand. Whether you're a perpetrator or whether you're submissive. You're all victims. From the richest to the poorest, to the stupidest, to the cleverest, to the northerner like me, working class, to those educated in the schools of Oxford and Cambridge. Don't think you're exempt. I set the land of England free today on the 5th of the 5th day, the year 2013, according to the Gregorian number catcher. Today. You see, I stood with a mate of mine about 2 years ago. Stood on a piece of land. We called it Ashton Allotment Action. We declared that land now free for all men, women and children of England. A common land. Common to all under common law. Well, now I'm declaring it. I'm declaring now. Making an affirmation of truth. Right here, live on air. 10:45 on the 5th of May 2013. I declare all land in England, Ireland, Scotland and Wales to now be free and common to all. There you go. Anybody ask you? Send them to Dark City Radio. I'll laugh with them on the phone for half an hour. And then we'll let Mark take them apart, eh? Legally. Oh, that's right. We can hack their system. That's right. We can hack their system on the data channel. On the internet, as you know it. We can hack their systems in banks. We can hack their law books, their courts, their churches. And we can even hack right into their consciousness. Oh yeah, some are better than others. Anyway, caller. I'll take a caller. Hello, caller. Welcome to the Dark City.
Hi, mate. How's things?
Hey, it's good. It's good. Who pray tell have we on the phone line this evening?
Yes, it's Jamie it is, from South Wales.
Excellent, Jamie. How are you doing, mate?
Oh, not too bad, mate. I've just discovered the radio a couple of months ago, really, just listening in to Rick's show and different types of shows. And yeah, it's a fantastic piece of equipment and fantastic radio you got there, mate. So I just want to congratulate you. Some really good stuff on there.
Well, thank you very much indeed. RoboHippie, I think you're referring to the website. RoboHippie has had a major part in that. Jabba as well. But all the team as well. Jabba from Babylon Decoded, he's done. Brilliant, mate. Thank you very much indeed. That means loads to us. Yeah. Just to me, anyway. It really does. Be proud
just the truth, you know. Yeah, again, the truth out there is so important. A lot of people just think we're a bunch of freaks half the time when we talk about hemp and different sort of cures you can do. And I just sometimes feel like I'm in the bloody Twilight Zone sometimes. But it's just nice to hear sort of people with like-minded people talking on a radio show, you know.
Oh, my friend Steve, who doesn't really come on the radio, he helps out loads, but he's not really into this side of it. We're like a comedy duo when we go out now. We tell people about bitcoins and we tell people about hemp and stuff like that. And when people ask us, we just tell them. We just tell them straight away.
Absolutely.
It's like, oh yes, we've got a cure for cancer. Oh, how much? Oh, really? Our bitcoins are worth £80, today. Do you realise they've actually increased over 800% under the fiscal value? And they're like, what? I'm telling you, man, it's brilliant. People think we're nuts. Or at least,
right. Yeah.
Well, they did in October. They did in October, of course, and then what they understand, quite simply what they understand, card called cash. Oh, what? The lunatics are making money?
That's great.
It won't be long, man. It won't be long, it won't.
Yeah, like 6 months ago, I mean, I literally, I couldn't get out of bed. I was so ill. I don't know what I had. Doctors didn't know what I had, and I was like walking into bloody walls and all sorts. I couldn't walk like 5 feet. And I discovered, hemp with Rick Simpson and Shona Bando and different things, and started taking, the oil and just changed my life, just off all my medication. I totally dechem my life and stopped using the deodorants and aftershaves and anything you can't really pronounce putting on your body. It's a sort of carcinogenic.
Now, that's a good rule of thumb. What was your name again?
Jamie.
Jamie. Excuse me, Jamie. Yeah. I'm terrible with names, Jamie. But that's a good rule of thumb, Jamie, innit? If you can't pronounce it, don't eat it and don't put it on your body.
Don't even put it on your body. It's like, I consider like, I was doing a lot of research and it's like the average deodorant spray has got something like 11 carcinogens, and you just, as much as I read that, everything went in a bag and just chucked it all out. And it's all, I just use all Tom's of Maine stuff now. Roll-ons, natural roll-ons, everything just natural, the pure natural stuff I've got on my body. It's just totally changed my life, really. So it's unbelievable what we just take for granted. Oh, put some shoe under my arms and you can put some Dove under there or wash with Dove soap. It's just crap in everything. You know, it's unbelievable. Even toothpaste, you know, and there's fluoride-free toothpaste they use now.
No, it scares me a little bit. It scares me a little bit, Jamie, you know, because, like, you know, you've got to be so careful what you pick up now in the supermarket, haven't you, you know?
Unbelievable, yeah. You know? I mean, I got some vitamins, right? I couldn't believe it. I got vitamins. It's aspartame in vitamins, you know? I just could not believe it.
Really? Oh, it doesn't surprise me in the slightest. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Like I say, I love to inform people when I'm shopping. I mean, I'm a nightmare. I really am a nightmare. Oh, you don't them, dearie. Why would you want to support dead soldiers for an extra £1?
Yeah.
Go and buy your eggs off a local producer instead. Do you know?
Excuse me.
They won't have to send the son to war. Go on, Dawn.
Excuse me for butting in, but Barry's been waiting for a long-ass time to speak, so...
Oh, right. I didn't know I was doing that. But that's all right. Excuse me, Barry, I wasn't paying any attention at all. Excuse me, caller, just hang on a minute. We've got to let Barry in for a minute, but stay on the line, mate, if you can.
Sure.
Barry, come on. We've only got 4 minutes left.
I know, I'm only going to take a minute. This is only going to take a minute, guys.
No, take 2 minutes. We insist you're waiting for that long.
Okay, listen, after your show today, I share this with you because it really encouraged me. After your show today with Rick Simpson, the day before this week, I've been passing out information on it. After your show today, I had 2 phone calls. One of them was from a lady in town here who owns a big business, is a member of the city council, member of the business association. I had a half-hour conversation with her on the phone after the show, and she is now organizing a tea party meeting amongst all the business leaders in town. This is on the level, because she was appalled at the information that she wasn't aware of. She's told me now that she's going to invite everybody to listen to the show next week, and that she is going to personally take it on herself to spread some of this around, because she had no idea, and this was very enlightening. So your show reached somebody today, and Rick reached somebody today, and I thank God for that, buddy. It was a great phone call. One other thing real quick. I told you I sent an email to one of the syndicated shows in the States. I received a reply to that email stating that what they want from me is just tactical information, real hard scientific information, so their crew can study it before considering putting a show on like this with a syndicated show. So I'm going to work hard this week to do that for them and provide them with the information.
Yeah,
so that's all I got to say, guys.
Barry. Send them to us. We'll give them all the information we need. For you, Barry.
I'll get Clyde to tune in next week and listen to Rick and get him to call in and talk to Rick, and that's what I'm working towards. So we'll see what happens. Yeah.
Well, that's the beauty of it, man. You know, if they won't put Rick on, bring them to us, because them individual producers of them shows and them hosts, right? They know. Some of them can't speak, but you know, some of them can. Did Saduma want to get a word in? I didn't think I saw you up there, Saduma. We've got a couple of minutes left, man, if you want it. No?
Oh, me, yeah, sorry, Jamie.
Right,
yeah,
go on,
sorry.
Jamie. No, go on, I'm going to back to you anyway, Jamie, now, because he wasn't there.
That's
so
okay.
I'm going to get you in, man. You're paying for your call. Go on, mate. Finish the Dark City off for us, Jamie. Yeah, we've got a couple
I just want to say, anybody out there, dechem your life. It's not difficult. You know, look in your cabinets, look at things you clean with, look at things that come in contact with your skin, throw it all out. Go steam cleaning, get a really good steam cleaner, that cleans 100% bacteria, get rid of it all, and get rid of all your deodorants, all your aftershaves. You still smell nice, you can get things like Tom's of Maine, things like that online. You can replace everything naturally. And stay away from the supermarkets. Buy everything organic, everything, as much as you can. You know, that's the best advice I can give everybody at the moment.
Well, I think my mate Saduma's back, and it's bloody good advice as well, Jamie. Saduma, come on then, 1 minute. Is he still sulking at me for keeping him waiting for so long? I never paid attention to the show.
No, I'm not sulking.
Oh, no, it's there. You're not sulking?
No, I just was going to say, but I don't know if there's enough time. The Global Marijuana March was yesterday. It's supposed to be around 700 different cities worldwide doing it since 1999. So I suppose more cities would do it, it'd be better. It went without a hitch at all. The police knew the march was happening, but there was not even really a police presence there. Obviously all on CTV. After there was a bit of a police presence, I suppose people walking back to the cars and things. But besides that, it was all good. And I think it's about time, isn't it?
It certainly is. Thank you very much indeed for the call with Jamie this evening and the rest of the crew. That was the Dark City. Good night.
Thank you.
Good night, guys.